Hey guys, right here I have a 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander 2.4 4-wheel drive. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors automatically folds in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors fold out again. The Outlander 2.4 in Malaysia does come standard with Mitsubishi's smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press the black button on either of the front door handles. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and press the black button again. Along with that smart keyless entry, you do have push button start. So to start the Outlander, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The rack and pinion steering system in the third generation Outlander features electric power assistance. Standard for Malaysian-spec models is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2 and gloss black trim around the bottom half. No matter which engine you go for, a continuously variable transmission or CVT is the only choice for the Outlander in Malaysia. CVT is an automatic transmission with no fixed gear ratios. Instead, it has an unlimited amount of ratios for better fuel consumption figures and a smooth ride. This transmission comes with a low gear mode, and in the case of the 2.4 variant, manual shifting through 6 virtual gear ratios is available as well. Manual shifting is performed by the pedal shifters mounted on the steering column. Rear parking sensors and a reverse camera with guidelines are standard too, and on the 2018 model year locally assembled 2.4 variant, a 360-degree surround view camera system has been added to the equipment list. In terms of safety, the Outlander comes with 7 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, active stability control, traction control, hill start assist, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 middle row seats. As usual, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. Both the fully imported 2.4 and the locally assembled 2.0 variants get the same design for their 18-inch two-tone alloy rims. The rims on this Outlander are covered in 225/55R18 Dunlop SP Sport 5000 tyres. Ventilated disc brakes and solid disc brakes are found front and rear respectively, and the suspension consists of McPherson struts in front and a multi-link setup at the back. The approach and the departure angles are both 22 degrees, while the breakover angle is 21 degrees. The Outlander is Mitsubishi's compact crossover SUV. As of today, production of the Outlander has spanned 3 generations since the first Outlander came out in 2001. Speaking of the first generation Outlander, it was also known as the Mitsubishi AirTrack in certain markets. The current third generation Outlander debuted at the 2012 Geneva Motor Show. Despite being marginally larger than its predecessor, the current Outlander is around 100 kg lighter due to the use of high tensile strength steel. With this generation, Mitsubishi is offering a plug-in hybrid model dubbed the Outlander PHEV. For the 2016 model year, a facelift for the third generation Outlander was unveiled. This facelift is an extensive one, as the front end has been redesigned with Mitsubishi's new dynamic shield design philosophy. The rear fascia is also new, and there are also minor updates to the interior. Powering this Outlander is Mitsubishi's 4B12 2.4 litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 petrol engine with multi-point fuel injection and MIVAC technology. It produces 165 horsepower at 6000 rpm and 222 Nm of torque at 4100 rpm. 60 litres is the fuel tank capacity, and the combined fuel consumption for the Outlander 2.4 4-wheel drive CVT is 8.2 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 192 grams per kilometer, and this Outlander is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. While Malaysians did not get the pre-facelift third generation Outlander, the facelifted model debuted in April 2016 in a single fully imported 2.4 4-wheel drive CVT variant. In September 2017, a new locally assembled 2.0 4-wheel drive CVT variant went on sale, and in January 2018, local production of the 2.4 variant began. Exterior features of the Outlander 2.4 include automatic auto-leveling LED projector headlights, automatic wipers, headlight washer system, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, front and rear fog lights, indicators on the body-colored side mirrors, chrome door handles, and a spare tire mounted under the rear of the vehicle. Speakers right there and down there, bottle holder, storage, mirror controls, window lock, central locking, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side is the only side that gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Multi-information display control button, traction control, parking sensors, and your powered rear hatch button. Outlander floor mats. Pull this lever to release the fuel flap. And the driver's seat in this Outlander 2.4 does get full powered adjustments, with all of your controls located right down there. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. Dual zone automatic climate control system. The controls are quite easy to use. Fan speed, different modes, off button, front and rear defrost, automatic mode, air conditioning, recirculation, passenger side temperature, and your driver's side temperature. Slot to insert the key fob. This button activates or deactivates the powered rear hatch function. Cigarette lighter or power outlet depending on what you use it for. Cup holders, you can cover it up as well. This button selects between 4-wheel drive auto, 4-wheel drive eco or 4-wheel drive lock. It shows up on the multi-information display. Next to it, you do have the vehicle's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. There is an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam. The car is in drive, you lift your foot off the brake. With the auto hold function activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. 2-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. The fully imported Outlander 2.4 comes with a touchscreen head unit with a 6.1-inch color display, various media connectivity options, and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say the Outlander does have quite a good stock sound system. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information, track number, and as it says right there, title, artist, and album. Hit the menu button and you can go between repeat, scan, random, and sound control. Under sound control, balance and fader, equalizer settings, bass mid treble, and your speed volume. Settings brings up your Bluetooth menu where you can select the device to connect, pair a device, delete a paired device, and set the passcode. Stop, play, pause. Hit the radio button to go between FM, AM. Hit the media button and you can select between Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, and CD. Hit the settings button and right here you can turn off the display. System settings, color contrast, sound control, clock, your radio settings, Bluetooth settings, and your version information. Volume and power knob to the right, your tuning knob. Hit the home button to go back to your home menu where you can select your various media options. Bring up your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can obviously dial a number, look at your phone book and whatnot. And you can also bring up your settings menu right here. Seat crack buttons, clock adjustment button, and right above your voice control button. Above the display, CD player, and eject button for the CD player is located on the top left. Central locking. And as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, seat crack buttons, different mode selection button, your Bluetooth telephone buttons, and your voice control button. On the right spoke, you do have your cruise control. On the right stalk, light and indicator controls, and on the left stalk, wiper controls. As mentioned earlier on, you do have your multi-information display control button right here. Right now, range, average fuel consumption, average speed and instant fuel consumption, service indicator, settings menu, with your various settings, language, alarm, sound, and resetting the system back to factory settings. Trip A, trip B, and back to your range. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Front center armrest with 2-tier storage, a smaller area above and a larger area below. Right in here as well, you do have a power outlet and your USB port. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, reading lights, and this car does have a sunroof. It is fully automatic, so you do not need to have your finger on the button to operate it. You can also open up the sunroof as a vent and close the shade if you do not want that much sunlight coming in. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. Window control, speaker, bottle holder and storage. To gain access to the last row of seats, locate this lever, pull it, slip the seat back forward, then move the whole seat forward. Now that I am in the last row of seats, it is actually quite cramped back here. The middle row seats are in their furthest back position and the seat backs are in their furthest upright position. Not a lot of legroom, and my head is actually touching the roof, and I do need to bend down a little bit so my head does not actually touch the roof. There is also not a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats. However, if I do want a bit of extra legroom, I can always move the middle row seats a little bit forward, depending on what my preference is. I guess the last row of seats are best suited for smaller individuals or kids. As a reference, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. However, there are still seat belts, storage areas, and cup holders back here. You can use the same lever to adjust the angle of the middle row seat back so you can have it more upright like this or more laid back like this. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. As mentioned earlier on, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much, and I get about this much in terms of headroom. This is only if the seat back is in their furthest laid back position, as if it's in the upright position, my head would actually be touching this bulge in the roof. But the middle row seats are still nice and comfortable. Storage pockets on the front seat backs. Rear center armrest with cup holders. Middle row interior light. And right above for both sides at the back, there are grip handles. For the right side, there is a hook as well. You can either open up the rear hatch in this Outlander via the powered function or manually. To use the powered function, there are a couple of ways to do it. The first way is via the button on the key fob, press it twice, and the rear hatch automatically rises up. The second way to use the powered function is via the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. To manually raise the rear hatch, use the touchpad beneath the Mitsubishi badge on the rear hatch itself. Boot space in the Outlander measures 128 litres with all the rear seats in place. Fold the third row seats down to reveal 591 litres of space, and when all the rear seats are folded, the capacity increases to 1608 litres. On both sides of the boot are storage areas, and to the right there is a compartment for the vehicle's toolkit and jack, as well as a power outlet. When in 5-seater mode, a cargo cover can be used to keep items in the boot secure. Under the boot floor is some storage and the emergency kit. Adjustable headrests for all rows of seats in this car. To fold down the 50-50 split folding third row seats, first make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate the straps on the sides of the seat backs, just pull it and flip the seat backs down. To fold down the middle row seats, it's a bit more complicated. First you have to grab the seat base and flip it forward. Next up, flick the switch over to the side that says fold down seat back. Obviously you do need the headrests all the way down. Just pull this lever and then flip the seat back down. window control, speakers, bottle holder, and storage. Unlike the driver's seat, which gets full powered adjustments, the front passenger seat gets full manual adjustments instead. This lever adjusts the seat back, while this bar down here adjusts the seat position. Quite a big glove box. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander 2.4 4-wheel drive. Thanks for watching and goodbye.